pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, need approval of the minutes from the January 3rd meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, public comments?
I do. My name is Leah Merrill. I live on Anderson Street here in Croswell. And I request that Croswell City Council immediately address the public safety concerns in regards to H2S gas, carbon or hydrosulfate, which Eagle considers extremely toxic and irritating. I request that the levels of H2S gas in our sewer lines to be reported to the public. My concerns are based on continued activity from workers around town checking service lines, which I contacted David Tate on December 14th, which he stated that our mains are collapsing due to old lines, which is why we are using slip liners. When H2S gas hits metal, it immediately corrodes, erodes and eats away metal. On December 22nd, when going outside, the smell of gas or rotten eggs was overwhelming. I immediately called Semco Energy. They came in and found no immediate evidence of any significant leak. But a city council member who was driving by said that they smelled propane down the road. When contacting David Tate at that time, I was told that the sugar factory was having a persistent problem with a pipeline and that he would check into it. David Tate also explained that our lead engineering inspector, John Peck, is in charge of putting the slip liners around town. He's in charge of that project. He's our lead engineering inspector who is unlicensed in the state of Michigan. I have true concerns about my public safety. I'm not asking about how much I've been exposed, but for how long. I would like to know those levels of gas and those readings that have been taken since July. Thank you.
Approve the agenda. Any additions, corrections? Yeah, make a motion.
Make a motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, correspondence, we have none. Administrator's report, Dave?
Just a few additional things. We're really pleased with the storm over the weekend. We did not lose power at all in town, so our infrastructure upgrades are showing their strength. I was really happy about that. Most of our surrounding communities were out for extended periods of time. I know in Sandusky, we were out for 6 hours, so really happy about that. Got a lot of compliments on the snow removal. I think the guys did a great job. And we're also working with the police chief on some grant opportunities to through FEMA that have become available to help us maybe attract candidates for the academy. There was a couple questions put to me in an email in regards to the DTE utility pole replacement. Is Light and Power going to be placing our cable wiring on DTE poles? There is some co-location of our city service lines on those DTE poles, as well as some cable and fiber that will be co-locating on those poles. Is DTE going to be placing new poles on Sanborn Avenue, the substation? That was the original plan. Due to additional work they had to do on the northern section of the project, they ran out of money, so they're starting a phase 3, which will be done in the summer. They are going to be putting new metal poles down Sanborn to the substation as long as along right away on the railroad tracks. And then the flashing light at Harrington Road, it's been looked into. They believe there's some internal connection issues. They looked on the bulbs, looked on the connections, and we're ordering a new light, getting some prices on that.
All right, so eventually no more short topped wooden poles.
Eventually, yes, so, yep, that was done just because of the location of existing wiring. Those poles are planned to be replaced with all metal. It's just they ran out of money. So they're starting a phase 3, which would.
No, not on Sanborn, where we got chopped poles next to the new poles. And our wiring is on the old poles.
Yeah, it's my understanding that that's all gonna be co-located.
All right.
Co-located.
Thank you. Councilman report, I have nothing. Denise?
No.
Don?
Just complaints from some people with snowmobiles running through town.
Okay.
And when I went down Sanborn, you could see some tracks.
That's,
That's
Sal?
it.
But the only thing I had, and I went in and I said something to Sue about, the snow on the, Harrington Bridge on the south side. And I know, you know, we had been busy and the big snow and stuff.
It's
That
done.
it's done.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, that is a normal part of the thing, but
Okay,
it's not a priority. They're getting the streets and then we start working on our path.
Okay.
So today we did the Riverbend Park, you know, we're doing kind of the follow-up.
thank you.
Yep.
Okay, Randy's not here. No unfinished business, new business, our 2024 database agreement with the county.
Yeah, so this is an agreement we make every year with them. We hardly ever utilize it, but it's good to have in place in case there's some malfunction on our end or any of the personnel that do these reports are unavailable. So I recommend that we approve this agreement.
Okay, so we need a motion to approve the database agreement with the county.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item B is our 2002. I guess we can do B and C together,
So yeah, that's fine.
right? Dave, you got?
Well, so in my report, I put out that we've been kind of looking for opportunities to, replace some of our existing fleet vehicles for snow removal. One of the vehicle is in a state of disrepair. And the other one is too big and it's hardly ever used. So he had done some looking, we found these two used vehicles. The prices seemed too good to be true. So I sent Scott to look at him in person. He came back with positive reports and is interested in purchasing both. And I know, Rob, I think you had some conversations, so I'm not sure if you have anything to add to that.
No, I called Scott just as the mechanical end of it, just to hear what the pros and cons and goods and bads and, you know, obviously the old salt truck that they use right now it's been bad for years. It is what it is. And, you know, a new truck is over $200,000. And, the biggest question I had for Scott, you know, and obviously when you buy a used vehicle, it's just like anything we buy is can't guarantee it. You know, is everything else mechanically in good condition? And he thinks they are. They drove them both. I don't know if he drove the white one. 05. He went down there. The guy wasn't
Yeah, I
around.
don't think they do.
So, yeah, I mean, it's nice they're out looking to replace stuff and not spend $200,000, and hopefully these trucks will last, you know, for years to come. I know they're old already, but
Well, in addition, these are automatics versus one we have as a stick. It's just, to me, it's more of a safety hazard and it's a bigger truck, so it's harder to make tight turns. And with the automatics in a smaller vehicle, but still usable, I think they're both good buys. Now, as I wrote in my report as well, we believe that we can get a decent price for the two vehicles that we have remaining and potentially cover the costs of this purchase.
Those two
I can't
vehicles,
guarantee that, but those are the feedback we're getting.
those two vehicles being the one truck that's on its way out. And then the larger one.
The larger one is in a lot better shape and is the
What do we use that larger one for, other than push the snow?
Scott told me it's used maybe once or twice a year.
last time they used it was, he said to go get asphalt. And they actually said that they have a company now that'll come do hot asphalt cheaper than they can go get it and store it, so.
Yeah.
I think back in the day, though, that was I think that's an '09. I remember them buying those two vehicles.
Mhm.
I think you were here. at that
Yeah, it
time.
was.
And,
Yep.
the orange one was a county leftover that come out of up north somewhere, and then that red one was, a deal that was left over too, and you know, that's more of it's a stick shift, big tandem truck, which is way bigger than anything they need to haul here in town, so.
So we get rid of the two trucks. May cover down on the cost. What do we have riding in the budget to where we put towards any kind of repairs that may be found after purchasing these?
I think he's hoping that the sale of the one will cover any repair costs. He told me there was a couple issues with the orange one that will have to be addressed right away. But,
And they would plan on swapping out the belly blades.
on the white one,
Yep.
Yeah.
Which they can't do themselves.
Right, so
So there may be.
I think there, you know, with the sale of the one will hopefully cover any additional.
and do we have how much extra that we could put towards if the sale doesn't cover down on any unforeseen repairs?
Well, we have equipment rental funds, we have, I'd have to get those numbers for you.
Right, I'm not asking for.
Yeah, we're not worried about like repairs. Definitely have enough equipment rental to cover repairs.
All right,
My goal is to build that equipment, cover purchases.
how do we know if both vehicles are roadworthy to drive up here? We gotta tow them up.
The one is, not, it's got he said, there's a hydraulic line that runs along the oil pan and rubbed a hole in it, so they'll have to tow that one up. But he's figuring that in his cost, so.
So is that one of the issues that you talked about? When you said a couple of issues that they have?
Yeah. They drove it,
Yeah.
but they don't.
And the other one or whatever, is there anything major that we can see?
No.
They're all just, you think,
Major body work.
the minor,
Minor.
and where is this money coming from?
Hopefully the sale of the other two that we have.
Is that,
Yeah, if not,
we don't have,
well, it would be funded through equipment rental.
Okay.
If we had to purchase it outright.
okay,
But we're counting on the cost of the sale to cover
which would be put back to the cost.
Yeah, it goes back.
Which the cost is what, 36,650
Hmm.
for both of them?
Yep.
And one's got the belly and from Blake, and the other one just got the front.
Hmm.
From, the orange is just got the
So
front.
that would be more of the Salter.
Are they both? The better the trucks, are they both the same size or they're different?
I'm not sure about that, so.
I think the
can
white
find it out
one,
for you.
I think the white one's a little bit bigger chassis wise. Just looking at it.
Yeah, but the boxes are in great shape. They're, the salt boxes is stainless steel. It's in fantastic shape, but
Yeah, I see that, yeah.
The white one's a bigger, chassis.
All right, so we have the funds to buy them right now without selling the vehicles, sell the vehicles, covers down on cost and potential repairs and transportation.
Mhm.
That transportation cost has been figured into which vehicle.
202. He figures it's gonna be $2,500 to get it up here.
Put two vehicles out for bids, that's wide net, right?
Yeah, we're
Not just
the
local.
same spot we found. This was a great site. It gets a lot of traffic. And
Okay.
we're gonna list them out to that same site.
All right.
So do we have any idea of what at this time, what we're thinking of selling the other one for?
I think Scott had in his, quote that it's between, oh gosh,
30 and 60.
30
I was gonna say, I thought 36.
36.
30
30 to
or
60, depending on what the market will bring. We think it's worth more than, and will cover more than cover the purchase price of these two vehicles.
All right.
50 all day, I think.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion, we approve the purchase of a 2002 salt truck and the 2005 salt truck, or plow truck, I guess.
Support.
Okay, roll call vote, please.
Butler,
Yes.
Blown. Yes. Hernandez,
Yes.
Barry,
Yes.
4 yeas, 1 absent.
Thank you.
Thank you. Public comments again. Okay, thank you. Pay the bills.
$207,278.08.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
No further business. We do stand adjourned. Thank you.
Thanks.